2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Inaloo or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Hands up!
This
is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast. Very special intro to the pod today because it's not the boys doing it. What's your name, young man?
Producer Tom/Tim/Tom.
Fantastic. What's yours?
Producer Ollie.
Excellent. What's your name?
Producer Maddie.
Sure it's not Lizzie?
Oh,
It's
might
Maddie.
be Lizzie.
Got it?
Promo Chick Baby.
Promo Chick Baby. And Jess here to introduce the podcast. And it's a good one because we have 2 callers on today for pros and cons. And their lists are quite amazing. One of the best con I've ever heard. I don't want to go too far into it because you're going to hear it all in the podcast. But you definitely don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it gets really saucy, this one, doesn't it, guys?
Yes, they absolutely were. Make sure you check out the pod. And hey, well, when you're done with this one, Producers Pod. We've done one today, haven't we, guys? That is up. Check it out. Lots of love. We'll catch you when the boys aren't in.
1, 2, 3, everyone say bye.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
See you next time.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's move on to the theme of music as we continue. Here's one I didn't even think about, Ryan James. They talk about why music that you remember from your childhood seems to stick with you so much more than music now. And it's nothing to do with the actual music itself. It's to do with what you were doing when you listened to the music.
This is really interesting because my boys asked me the other day how I know so much old music, and it's like I didn't have an answer. It was like I think I was just listening to it in the car with mum and dad.
Yeah, I can explain it for you now because normally it evokes other memories, so it has other details attached to it of when you knew the music. That's why things like Christmas carols or soundtracks from movies, they have other stories attached to them. So if it can transport you back to a place where you were when you knew that song, or it paints pictures, that then enriches and thickens the memory so it never leaves your brain.
Well, that's like Tommy, you said, blinded by the light. Because you were wrapped up like a douche there. You said that that's how you remembered the song.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and big shout out to everyone involved in the making of that memory.
Weird movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't all film it. But if you remember, like, Peter and the Wolf. Like, does anyone remember Peter and the Wolf?
No, not at all.
Does anyone remember O Come All Ye Faithful? Christmas Carol. You know, I have very, very fond memories.
Who was Ye Faithful?
I don't know.
Certainly wasn't your wife.
So I can picture our family sitting down in front of the TV, Christmas Eve, getting the milk and cookies out for Santa Claus and the reindeers.
If only Christine was Ye Faithful.
Hasn't Tom just done the same joke about my wife 2 minutes earlier? Like, you don't need to layer it to suggest everybody in my family's rooting around.
To double it up makes it even funnier. Come on.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
A Northern Rivers woman she's got back at her ex.
Okay, one of these stories.
She's erased her ex's phone data, locked him out of his Facebook and transferred his car rego to her and then reported it stolen. Said to the police, you know what, I'm just really good with technology.
Wow.
So what she did, obviously, didn't end too well. Taryn Wilson, 27 years of age from Lismore, she broke up with her boyfriend, Michael Dakin, and wasn't too happy with how the relationship ended. So the first thing she did was get into his social media. And do you know what? I had the password of an ex-girlfriend once. I saw her write it in. She was from America, and I remember... I was hugging her at the time and she was getting into her Facebook page. She went to go write in the password and I went,
Frizy in hot pants?
No, it was just Australia.
Was it?
Yep, that's all it was.
Got ya.
And I thought, I shouldn't have looked at that, but now I know it. And when I thought things were going wrong in the relationship,
Did you go in and look?
Yeah, and she was getting emails from other men.
About 10 of them.
Anyway,
12 guys.
Taryn's gone into Michael's Facebook page and changed his bio to "I'm an effing tosser."
Update.
That was
status update.
It was a bit of a giveaway that she was the one that got in there, though. I mean, she didn't do it subtly. You know what I mean? She just went straight in there.
Mm-hmm.
The other one as well, like to go to the effort to transfer his car rego over to her and then call the cops and report the car stolen.
Yeah, a lot of work
So
in
then
it.
he's driving around in his own car and the cops are pulling him over going, "Get out of the car!
It was
It's stolen!"
Awesome.
God, it's a lot of effort.
Pretty good revenge.
Michael asked her, "How did you factory data reset my phone?"
Clever.
She said to the cops, "I'm just really good at it. I'm really good with technology."
I mean, the next level would be engaging. Remember Anonymous? We haven't heard from them for a while. And it's not one person in Anonymous. It's a group of people that will decide that they've declared war on an organisation.
Yes.
So I remember there was one business they didn't like, and they do funny stuff, mate. So they hacked into the computer system that runs the photocopier at work, and they just printed out black paper. So they just continue to drain the ink, sheet after sheet after sheet, just to annoy the business. And they do things like they took over and hacked into the system of something like 20 pizza delivery companies and ordered food to that company on their credit card.
It'd be pretty amazing to be one of the top hackers in the world, wouldn't it? Like,
Anonymous.
I know you're sitting in front of a screen the whole time, but just to get into different systems would be unbelievable.
Imagine if you could crack into the Nova playlist and just put, I don't know, more Miley Cyrus on.
Well, that's what we've got next.
Oh, okay.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
2 years ago, I was at the Wharf at Manly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when
Hotel
you...
there, a pub.
You were wharfie, were you? What, you were unloading a ship or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was.
With the unions,
was.
mate?
Yes. No, I was at a pub there. Nice calamari from memory.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know who I was with?
Go on.
The entire cast of the 2003 series of Big Brother Australia.
This is I haven't spoken to you about this because you clashed with a couple of people on that show as well. Was
only one. Only just clashed with one, Ben.
Ben, that's
copper.
right. Was Ben there at
Yes,
the
he
reunion?
was.
Right.
Yes.
So was it
They
Frosty?
were all there. In fact, no, there was only one person that wasn't there.
Yeah.
I can't remember I can't remember who it was, much like the Australian public. Anyway, they were all there. Reggie was there. Dan from Adelaide was there. I mean, these are names that I know that I don't expect everybody to remember.
Sure.
But yes, Ben the copper was there. He looks exactly the same as he always did. And even Big Brother was there, Peter Abbott, the original voice of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Saxon was there. Remember Saxon?
Yeah, I remember
yeah.
Saxon, yes.
Yes. Well, he's actually my best friend from that series. He's
Sure.
my actual friend. He's my only real, takeaway.
And
I know
Reg-
him properly
And
still.
Reggie's been doing it pretty tough, hasn't she? She's been losing her eyesight, is that correct?
Yes, she has. She has, but she came. Oh, she wouldn't miss it for the world, of course. But it just got, and it was actually the best reunion I've ever been to because, there's school reunions and all that sort of stuff. And I started to get excited about school reunions. I've been out of school for about 2,000 years. Yeah. But the first school reunion, I was really excited. I reckon they have them after 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
First
what
one
did
after
you?
10.
So what did you? How many have you been to school reunions?
2.
Okay.
And how many am I going to go to from now on?
Yeah, how many more?
None.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. So
Right.
what happened, Swanee? Was there any?
So I was excited the first time, and then I was a bit underwhelmed. And then the second time, someone got really drunk and was like confrontational and weird and right up in my face. And I remember going, I was actually breastfeeding my son at the time, like literally boob out
on the boob.
newborn baby. Yeah.
Let's
she
get
was-
on it.
And she was hissing rosé breath
Oh, no.
at me, talking about memories that I had nothing of. And I was like, I'm busy here. I've got my boob out. Can you? Anyway, I decided then that I wouldn't go to them ever, ever again because
Yeah.
I looked around and the people that I talk to are the people that I
You want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, like, I've got really 3 close friends from school. We met in grade 5. We see each other all the time. We're actually about to meet up in Bali,
Oh,
right?
great.
Like, we're proper friends.
Yeah.
I was at this reunion. I was talking to those
them
3 girls.
the
I
whole
thought,
time.
what am I doing? What am I doing here? Like, if I really cared what Marissa, you'd been doing, I would have at least friended you on Facebook. Like, let's get real. So
Any old
that's
flames,
it. I've got
Swanee? No old flames or anyone that you liked? Any crushes?
at an all-girls school.
Oh,
A
damn.
little bit tricky. And always hard to catch up with the old flame at an old girls' school, especially when you got a bub on your boob.
I'm sure there is that sort of unrequited love situation.
Yes.
But not for me.
No,
not
okay, just had
for
to
me.
clear that up.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Good news, we're ready to riddle. Riddle time for your Friday morning. The weekend is here when you hear that music. Are we ready to riddle?
Yes, please.
Well, listen,
Whoa.
can I just interrupt for a second? This is not my first foray into riddle time this week.
You can't get
There
away
was-
from the riddles.
I went to get a coffee and there was a big poster at my local cafe saying this: I'm like a doll, but I'm not for playing. I stand up straight, but if windy, I may be laying. I'm well known. Oh, God, I've actually lost interest. It's a scarecrow.
See, that riddle is too long. Mine is short, to the point, and fun to play along with. Are we ready for another riddle, guys?
Let's do it.
Thanks for the
Sure.
warm-up, Swanee. Here we go. Okay. I am weightless. Put me in a bucket and I will make it lighter. What am I?
Oxygen,
No.
air,
No.
I am weightless.
I am weightless. If you put me in a bucket, I will make it lighter. What am I?
A globe, like light to make it lighter?
No. Oh, good thinking, but no.
Perhaps a balloon? A helium
No,
balloon?
Tom. Any idea?
A hole?
Okay.
Ryan James, you are spot on. Hole in the bucket. Well done. Suck it, there's a hole in the bucket.
So now, all weekend, I'm going to be singing, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
That's why we do this. What about this one? Until I am measured, I am not known. Yet how you miss me when I have flown. What am I? Until I am...
Time.
Spot on, Chrissie Swan.
Hey!
She can
Let's
riddle.
end it there.
She can.
Let's finish
we-
on a high.
Oh, no, we got more. We got heaps.
Let's
Swanee.
play more Mike Posner now.
No, this is good. What about this? Okay, man. I'm lighter than a dumbbell, but even the strongest weightlifter can't lift me. What am I? I'm lighter than a dumbbell, but even the strongest weightlifter can't lift me. What am I?
Lighter than a dumbbell.
Lighter than a dumbbell, but even the strongest weightlifter can't lift me.
Can't lift me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
What
my
am I?
mood.
It can't
my
be a
mood
bubble
in this
because you
segment.
can lift a bubble.
It is a bubble.
What?
He's got it. If you try and lift a bubble, you will pop it. Mandy and Mascot. Hello, Mandy.
Happy Friday, guys.
To you too, Mandy. Have you got a riddle
Oh,
for us?
Munzie.
I've certainly got a riddle ready. You see me in water, but I am not wet. What exactly am I?
You see me in water, but I am not wet.
Your reflection.
Oh, Fitzy!
Get riddle with it.
Prize is in the pulse. Thanks, Mandy.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Pros and cons.
I like her, but she's no good in bed. I like him, but he's got an ugly head. Should we go or should we stay with them? Make a list of pros and cons.
I'm good in bed. As soon as I hit the pillow asleep.
Because you know what? There's the honeymoon
what you
period
mean,
in a
don't you?
relationship. Yeah, no, it is. Oh, is that a con for you or a pro?
It's pro.
That's a pro.
I think I'm good at it.
Good in
Yeah,
bed,
well done.
Yes.
13 24 10, if you're in a relationship and you want us to sort it out, give us a call. Because this is the thing, you have your honeymoon period and then you have that question of, do I really want to continue this? Go through the pros and cons. We make the decision for you. We got Selena and PKS on the line. Hi, Selena.
Hey guys.
Selena, welcome to Pros and Cons. This is a safe space for you to share openly and honestly. Who is the partner? Tell us about them.
So his name is Nick. We've been together for about 11 months now, so almost a year. And we just met on a dating app just on Hinge.
Oh,
Okay.
He sounds amazing on Hinge. Tell us about the good things about Nick.
Well, some really sweet things that he does is every month on a Sunday we'll pick one. He takes me for a nice brunch and we go on a little bookshop crawl. I love reading and I love books. And he just buys me
Books.
whatever books I want. Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's awesome.
That look at
right.
Swanee. She needs a bloke like that.
A book man. Okay, what else? What else do we love about Nick?
And just keeping with the book theme, he'll put like pressed flowers in my book. So he'll put like a little flower and he'll like close it in so that when I'm like reading it, I'll have like a little pressed flower in there, which is really cute.
Oh, like a dandelion.
Selena, I want you to dump him now.
No.
And put him in an Uber to my house.
Oh, my God.
That's so terrible.
This is exciting, Nick.
Any more? You want any more pros?
Well, when I'm really unwell, just feeling a little bit sick, he puts together a little care package for me. So he'll pop some like medicine in there, some of my favourite snacks, like a candle and some tissues, which is really
sick Nick.
sweet.
Oh, that is little.
Nick sounds like he has a very, very big heart.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But we have to go from sick Nick to prick Nick. Tell us the cons about him.
The prick
There are a
Nick.
couple of things that do give me the ick.
What is it?
So one of the things, he's very into running, and he wears those really gross, like, toe shoes when he goes out for a run.
I've seen them.
What are toe shoes?
You've got to put each individual toe. It's like a wetsuit
Looks
kind
like a
of thing,
wetsuit
Con.
shoe.
Oh,
Terrible.
he's like Aquaman.
Okay.
What else don't we like?
So I don't know if you guys know of that it's a British kids TV show called In the Night Garden.
Oh,
He
Yes,
watches
I
an
sleep every
episode of
night
that.
with Eagle Pickle.
Eagle
I
Pickle.
sleep every night
Yeah,
with Eagle
exactly,
Pickle.
Eagle Pickle.
Yep.
He watches an episode of that every night.
Weird.
It's just, I don't know why. He says it just like calms him, but I'm like, surely there's another thing you can do.
Guys, I feel like we've stumbled across my soulmate here.
Any more
We have to get
cons?
back together.
Any more cons, Selena?
And this last one, it's so disgusting. He cuts his toenails on the sofa, like he'll sit and cut them on the sofa.
Sicko.
And then he'll just sweep them into the sofa like cracks.
So, I mean, he's just going to so much effort with his toenails and then he's doing that with his flowers in your book. I don't know, serial killer.
Selena, do you know what? Why don't we leave this up to Chrissie? Chrissie, you need to make a decision here because there's some great pros, some awful cons. What should Selena do?
Well, see, I think the only con there is the toenail one, and, you know, that's easily fixed. The fact that he wears toe shoes, I get that they're not your thing. However, the fact that he's running and looking after his mental
That's
health
true.
is really great. And it also means that, you know, he's got things that he wants to do independently of you. He's his own person. So, look, I think he's a real keeper. He's obviously very caring. He pays attention to your needs and wants.
Wow.
He sounds like the perfect partner in that he's a gay man, but he's straight.
I think we've sorted it out for you, Selena. Hang on to your best friend.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I like her, but she's no good in bed. I like him, but he's got an ugly head. Should we go or should we stay with them? Make a list of pros and cons.
All right, Claire is in Zetland. Claire, are you 24 years old? Is that right?
I'm 25 now.
That'll do.
25.
25.
It's not Claire Danes. You're not
birthday.
ringing up about Ben Lee, are you?
No. And
No, I'm indeed not.
What
What a
a
pairing.
great 90s pairing.
what a pairing.
That was one of the best. Hey, how long have you been with him? What's his name?
His name's Sam. We've been together about a year.
Okay,
Yeah,
still
okay.
pretty early.
What are the good things about the old Sammy?
I'd say he's very funny. So, like, he'll just come out with a little bit of a dance and a song, and I got him a candle for his
Yeah,
birthday.
they're hard to find, aren't
And
they?
you're,
Chris?
you're still
And do
laughing
you want
at
to hear the song?
Yeah.
The song he sings every time he lights the candle, which is every night. He goes, "Gotta light my candle, gotta light my candle."
Okay.
Marry him.
Gonna light my candle.
Do you know what?
No,
A personality is a rare thing.
Yeah,
Can you
isn't
believe?
it? Claire, this is a good start. What other pros have you got?
Well, this one's nice and basic, but he's really good with kids, and I love kids. My
Okay.
job's with kids, so that's a good one.
What does he do for work?
He's just in trades at the moment, so he's a tradie.
Great.
Gotcha.
I love that.
All
How
right.
hot's a tradie?
All right, what are the cons about Sam?
So he has this funny thing, despite him being a tradie, when he touches something a little bit gross or dirty, he pinches his index finger and thumb together and will kind of like hold them slightly, like hovering out his body, being like, it's a bit gross, and I need to go wash my hands.
I love
Does
him.
it feel a bit feminine, does it?
Yeah, it has that vibe.
Yeah, okay. So it's-
Weird reactions. I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
What are
Also
some other
kinda-
weird reactions? What
Yeah,
else is he doing?
In relation to that one, he then, we were out the other day walking at the market, and there was a golden retriever sitting over there, and I loved him. So I wandered over and I was like, hi, giving it a pat. And then when I went back to go find Sam, he was wandering off in the distance, and I was like, oh, hey, where'd you go? And he goes, well, you went over to pat the golden, and how many people have touched that golden retriever's head, and it's so furry, so I don't want to hold your hand anymore.
Oh, okay, germ freak. Right.
And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, okay, fair. I should have known with
I
the
love
little
it.
finger and the thumb thing.
All right, anything
That
else?
is so quirky. I love it.
Earlier in our relationship days, when he would come over to my place, we used the little Find My Friends tracker app on your phone to see, he's maybe 20 minutes away, or 5 minutes, I'll pop down out of my apartment to go grab him. And because you can see your little face on Find My Friends, one night, apparently my face was bobbling around, and he's watching it, being like, what's she doing? Apparently she's at home, but it's kind of bobbling around.
Yeah.
And then he ended up calling me an hour later, being like, hey, what was up? It was bobbling. And I was like, I've just been lying here in bed the whole time. You should have just FaceTimed me. And he goes off being like, yeah, but your thing was bobbling around.
Protective.
And
Yeah.
That
4
the
times
only
a
red
day.
flag I can see is the Find My Friends thing. That sounds controlling and that
Yes.
he's keeping tabs on you. And that is a hard
oh,
pass
he's
from
been
me.
so good. He's been so good since.
No.
The weird reactions is good. The funny dance
No,
moves
he's
is
still
good.
gone. He's gone.
If someone's checking up on you, hard
No,
pass.
gone. But you know what? For being part of Pros and Cons, we're going to send you to Otto on Woolloomooloo Wharf.
On a date with John Laws. Well done.
Go and enjoy a nice steak and chips.
We're going to be at the next table watching you confront him.
We'll be
Wait
right
till
there.
the food gets on his thing. Excuse me, waiter, can I get another napkin?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Inaloo or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.